Well, here we are at the end of the third quarter in 2022. So let me recap it for you. And I'm going to focus on my immediate market, which is here in Fort Erie. The first quarter, we were hot on fire, as you recall, and the inventory was low. There was hardly any expireds. And of course, the number of sales and the average price points were off the charts. Come the second quarter, in spite of the interest rate hike, which took place during the first quarter, the market continued on pace for the first 2 months, and it started to settle off towards the end of the second quarter. As we entered the third quarter, it was like the brakes went on when it came to the number of sales taking place. And while the third quarter numbers are still unofficial at the time of this recording, because there was another day left in September when I filmed this, you can clearly see that our pre-qualified buyers were now already in the marketplace. And of course, at this point, we started to see the number of sales declining and the number of inventory was spiking. And what I find interesting about all this data, in spite of the drastic drop in the number of sales and the drastic spike in inventory, the average price point here in Fort Erie is still remaining relatively the same. I mean, sure, it is down, but it is not reflective of being down as much as the number of sales. So I want to refer to the chart that I've used before. It's about the average price of housing as it continues to grow historically over time. Well, the same is true about the price of rent. Take a look at this graph, for example. You can see that the price of rent has continued to climb year after year as well. And while not everybody is in a position to buy a home at any given time, the data still suggests that it is a better decision to work towards that home ownership versus renting. It only makes sense that if you are going to pay rent, why not put the equity in your own pocket versus your landlord's? I'm going to finish by saying this. In many people's lives, their only source of wealth is their home equity. So why not start building that home equity today, especially when the real estate market has just gone on sale with all its price reductions? Have a great weekend.